Brian is in the room. Player 2 has entered the room.
Hello, Internet. Mr. BPG here. Yeah, and that is kind of the thing is we're going into this maker's economy, it seems, where it's never been easier to get your content out there and to be seen, but it's also just as difficult as it's always been to get paid at the highest levels. Because if you don't sell out to some sort of corporate master who wants to fund the content you're creating, then you're just going to be an outsider. You're just going to be the ones that people don't take seriously, the laugh at the Alex Jones group, but actually take a second to look what he's done with his career over the years. Who's really laughing?
Who's accomplished what he's accomplished? Exactly. Who's accomplished what Crowder has accomplished?
Yeah, and then as soon as they reach a certain level,
Daily Wire.
As soon as they reach a certain level, if they still refuse to set out, what's going to happen? They're going to take their freedom of speech away and try to monetarily punish them for having opposing opinions. Because at the end of the day, all of this technology exists as just that next level of control, as that highest form of let's get ourselves in the room with them. Let's pay attention to every single malcontent that's out there. And let's do everything we can to make sure that we stop the next Bobby Kennedy, MLK, Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy from reaching places of high power and saying, wait, we're going to try to change the status quo for better. And during those days when they couldn't they were able to just eliminate all the people that were giving them shit.
Right.
Because we had a less informed public.
Well, and that's what scares them the most about the fucking internet is that this takes away that ring of power of controlling the information.
Think about what happened after there was the Arab Spring uprising.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The internet caused that. They're like, we got to lock this shit down.
Oh, wow. You mean people can actually organize themselves in the internet using the tools? Oh, shit, this is a problem. What are we going to do about this? Oh, we got to write algorithms. We got to keep them distracted. We have to create these narratives. I mean,
you're saying, this is interesting. So you're saying that the Arab Spring in my timeline is probably the catalyst decision point to go into aggregated algorithm-driven content selection.
I'm not blaming them or anyone. What I am saying, though, is that was the turning point of the internet where it really felt like the internet was a free and open space.
I think you're right.
And then after that, it was no longer a free and open space, but one managed and controlled by the corporations to maintain their status quo and to maintain their positivity. And the problem is there's wealth of knowledge out there of all the history of bad and shady dealings. But it was that point when the people had finally said enough is enough with you ruling powers. I prefer to be less doxxed as Mr. BPG. I liked it before the way it was.
Because
especially,
I noticed your silence like nailed
at
it.
Mr. BPG. YouTube is at. It's the actual tag is at Mr. BPG.
Oh, the at is part of your system.
So you have to do like a double.
Twice? No. So this isn't YouTube. This is Twitter.
I'm not on Twitter.
I know, and I like who is at Mr. BPG. And
someone already took it.
So I'd put your name instead.
That's fine.
We need.
Just do the Mr.
I'm gonna put Mr. BPG from Seven Talents.
There you go. Seven Talents. I don't mind my. I mean, I'm as doxxed as it already comes. My phone is as public as it gets. I know you've been calling me. I'm waiting to talk to the right person before I answer the phone again. If it ain't about stupid money, quit fucking with me. Like I said. Where was I on my rant? Anyways, Air Spring. This is how I feel about it, because I remember having conversations with people who are really high-level IT at the time, who were the U level of hacker where they knew where the industry is going.
I am not a hacker. I'm
just teasing.
That was the other amazing genius that I can't wait to introduce everyone to that's Ryan. Mm-hmm. This dude is a legit ethical hacker.
Well, and going back, this guy wasn't necessarily a hacker per se, but what he was doing was reading the information on the internet the same way I was. And him and I said, look, we know that cable is dying. We know that Air TV is losing their viewership because now people can go to a YouTube, to any of these other websites. They can find someone who shares their views and their beliefs, or at least speaks in a language they understand, recognizes something's not quite right about the system, and wants to offer some sort of change or distraction to make their surviving whatever they're going through, job, life, etc., a little bit better.
Right.
And we used to talk about, like, before Hulu was a thing, before Netflix became the streaming service, before any of that was very popular. Him and I sat down.
When Netflix used to do DVDs.
Yes, when Netflix was still doing DVDs, him and I sat down and predicted exactly what they did to Hulu, what they did to Paramount Plus, and said, watch, they're eventually going to have their own subscription services. And here we are now living in this near future where they did exactly that. And I do believe for the better, it was that Arab Spring where they realized, holy crap, if we don't start watching these people, if we don't start managing and putting some leashes on the internet, it is going to completely break down the social structure. People are going to not believe in money the way they do because they realize how fake it is. They realize it has no actual backing but whatever they say it does. They're eventually going to form their own tight communities that no longer look up and serve their masters the way the masters want us to.
Blockchain must have just exasperated that entire fucking thing. Money they didn't control.
Am I getting paid? Not a lot of money, dude, for fucking working. Hell no! But banana bread.
T-shirt.
I fucking work.
The zoom-ins are great too.